This is just a little something I wanted to talk about as I've been keeping up with Trump's inauguration. And 3 days in, this man has like a world run speed record of stuff he did in 3 goddamn days, man. Like some people are making jokes that he served an entire term in 3 days. But a few of the things he did are he saved TikTok. Instead of it being banned, he made it so that the US would buy 50% of TikTok, saving the platform and giving a lot of US influence on the app as well.
To share with you. I did not care for The Godfather.
What?
Didn't.
The only downside is we'll sadly have to continue to watch poorly lip synced TikToks, and for some reason, people find them funny. He immediately closed the border and called it a crisis. And not only that, but Mexican cartels have been labeled as a terrorist group, and this will allow the military to go into Mexico without starting a war with Mexico and like fight the Mexican cartels and stop them from entering America. And military people are scary to fight. Like, those dudes will do anything to kill you, man. That's what the military is for. They're a scary entity you don't want to beef. He also got rid of 78 Joe Biden executive orders immediately. He said he wants to release Martin Luther King and John F. Kennedy's death files to the public. Just so you know, he was inaugurated on Martin Luther King Day, but he wanted them to be public knowledge. He made the US go back to the merit system, which is a system that allows workers to be hired based off of performance rather than race or any other political reasons. He wants to deport 40 million illegal immigrants during his presidency, with his first phase mainly being related to those who have committed crimes in the past and are part of gangs, or ones that he considers public threats. So most likely the majority of them will be gang members. While he's not gonna allow the other illegal immigrants to get past, he's gonna focus on them mainly. He got rid of the electric car mandate, meaning that we can have gas cars again, which is very nice, especially for anyone who loves engines and hates how soulless electric cars are, with their speakers that are made to sound like gas engines when in reality it's just a speaker and the car doesn't sound like anything at all, besides maybe like a little electric whistle. No hate on electric cars, it's just that some people don't like them, and I'm one person that doesn't prefer them, even though I do think Teslas are kind of cool. Just a side note, the Cybertruck is the worst electric vehicle ever made in a while, and it's surprising that Elon Musk managed to fuck it up, even though he has the best electric car ever made. There's also Stargate, which is an AI infrastructure plan where he plans on not donating, where he plans on investing $500 billion dollars into the plan, not only for AI research, but it may lead to a bunch of new jobs being made, as well as he had some guy come up and talk about it like they may be able to use AI for cancer treatment, which was something that I never even thought it could be used for until right now. But they said if everything goes according to plan, that they'll be able to find cancer in people, treat it immediately, and then make a vaccine for it just so the population could use that vaccine to survive a specific type of cancer. Not only that, but it's better that we put that much money into AI and are number one in it than let China and Russia potentially use it to destroy us or take over the world. I'd rather us have the best one than them. He also wants to keep transgender women out of women's sports. If many of you don't know, when men transition into women and go into women's sports, usually they completely dominate it, even if they're like number 200 on the top men's sports. Most of them who enter women's sports will immediately be like number 3, number 5, number 1 best in the world just because of that alone. And a lot of female competitors find it unfair that a guy could be, and a lot of female competitors find it unfair that a guy could be just allowed into it and then become the champion of it, and they have to suffer because of it. Also, before his inauguration, he had Snoop Dogg perform. A little weird considering Snoop Dogg talked negatively about him, and it was pretty cool, I will say that. He also had the Village People go in and play YMCA, That's probably his most well-known song of his second presidency. Side note, during his first presidency, he played We Are the Champions by Queen, in which Queen was not super happy about him using the song. He probably changed it because of that, but the Village People went on stage and danced to it, and YMCA has had a minor comeback in electronic music where it hit number 14 in 2024. Not only that, but it's been only 3 days. He's done so much stuff in 3 days that some people consider it an entire presidency worth of stuff already. Like, he's had so much active movement and so much stuff that he's done that it's legitimately just insane. I can't think of a month that Biden did more stuff than Trump did in like these past 3 days, which is extremely insane. And now there's one related to the media where in his first presidency, they would say a question and then he would fall for it. You know, they would call him bad, evil, whatever. And that's how mainly the media did it before, where they had control of everything and Trump kind of just fell into their traps. Where now it seems more like he's in control of the conversation. And if they ask anything stupid or that he doesn't like, he will just simply tell them, stop wasting my time, and ignore them to answer someone else's questions instead. The amount of work he's done in these 3 days make him in his first presidency look lazy. Like legitimately in these 3 days, it feels like he did far more and accomplished far more than he did in his first presidency. And this is just 3 days worth of stuff. We still have like a little less than 4 years to go. And another surprising thing is that he's currently 78 years old with this much energy and this much action. Joe Biden was 78 years old when he was elected, and you could tell just by looking at him that he was tired. Sometimes he would stumble words or it would be hard for him to think, whereas Trump seems like he's around maybe 50 years old instead of his actual age, where he has far more energy, not as much as a 20-year-old, but like still significantly more than his actual age. So yeah, this was my short summary of everything that happened within the past 3 days of Trump doing stuff. And it's just crazy how much news like I had to watch to be even caught up with it. Hopefully it goes well. And also, I'm trying to finish my side in one final video. Great game, great gameplay. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that's pretty much about all. So do whatever you want.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.